What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Anxious While, the unedited, the unfiltered, and the raw version, which I love. I call it kind of an after dark situation. So we're going to be a little more unfiltered on here. I mean, I'm already unfiltered already, but I'm going to be extra unfiltered. I hope that you listen to our episode of Reinventing Yourself and Being the Main Character. So I'm going to share a little something that I had to do with someone really recent with reinventing myself and remaining the main character. So I have someone, his name is going to be called Not Important. So we're going to call him that. And he will always call my phone and try to ask me about myself, but he only asked me about myself because he wanted to be about him. And I saw that kind of being draining, knowing that, I like to help people. Everyone knows I'm very, very helpful. But this particular person really only calls to talk about himself and make him the main character in everybody's lives.
Someone who used to be on the show?
Someone who was on the show.
Oh, spicy.
Mm-hmm. And he would no longer be on the show. He didn't really contribute too much, and people didn't really watch him. So he kind of brought our views down, which I don't like. But, everyone's not made for this. And clearly he is not. So he was...
doesn't he want to start his own podcast?
He want to do a lot of things, and it's getting into all of this. So, he always asks me, what am I doing? And at first, I would, let him know. And I was like, wait a second, I think I'm sharing a bit too much. So I stopped reaching out to him. And every time I say I'm doing something, he try to I'm doing this. I'm like, you trying to one-up me? And I knew it was fabricated because it will always be something that he didn't say consistently. Because I'm like, the dates didn't line up. The actual thing didn't line up. Remember I told you he said he was renting something to throw a party, and you said that person doesn't even own it, so he made up a whole name about it.
He was lying about the whole thing. I'm like, don't even own it.
Just lying. And then he's sitting there saying, his party was a success. But then, I had people who went to the party, so there's only 10 people there. So my thing is, if your party is such a success, you're such a showboat and showing things off, why didn't you post about it?
Yeah.
You post everything. You keep posting that same person from one of your parties who's an OnlyFans person who's not even that serious or reliable. You keep putting him on your ad, your flyers. No one's checking for him.
And I remember he would always reach out to you and ask for advice and ask what I said about certain things.
Because he knows that you throw events successfully.
I emphasis on successfully because his aren't.
That's why I said successfully.
And he was like, then you would give him that advice and
he wouldn't even use it.
He wouldn't even use it. I'm like, what's he asking for then?
I don't know what it was. I don't know if he suffers from this mental thing I like to call delusion. Yeah. But it gives that he is extremely delusional. He talking about how people want him. I don't really see it. How he has all these connections. Like you said before, I don't see it. You saying hi to someone, they saying hi back to you oh, hey. Doesn't mean that's a connection. They're trying to be nice, but you're also annoying.
People call him a doorman.
People call him a doorman at your own party. And also his fashion sense is crazy. So, and I don't mean crazy in a good way. He's just wearing 90s t-shirts and clothes and girdles. It's just a lot. Yeah, it's just so much.
Girdles.
So it's just so much. So we're here to give advice. So let me help you reinvent yourself. Focus on yourself and stop worrying about what other people do on social media. He's really big with people giving him validation. He will call me for me to validate what he's doing. I'm not your therapist, and he has a therapist, which means he probably doesn't have a good one, or he's not listening to what the therapist is telling. People don't understand.
Does he really have a therapist?
Yeah, based off of what I heard, he could be making it up.
He could be using his friends as a therapist.
Because he knows that we have therapists, so he could probably just copying us. Mm-hmm. A little sad.
I mean, I feel like it's a cool thing to say now, my therapist, my therapist, my therapist. I just feel like everyone's saying it now, and they may or may not even have a therapist.
It's like my man, and they don't have a man either.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's true. People lie.
He did make up that he had one too.
He did. Remember? He said that they were together. Mm-hmm. Then they live in different states, and they play. Was it the PS4 or Yeah, I think the PS4 that they would share back and forth.
I think it was a 5.
I think it was a 4.
I hope it was a 5.
Well, I think it was a 4. I said 4. Well, everyone doesn't have the coin to get the latest thing. So at least he has something. But he's about his man who we've never seen. He doesn't want to show a picture. And again, this is someone who's a showboat. Well, he's a boat. Who tries to show off everything.
Dropping it low in the rain.
Dropping it low in the rain with the fans. Say everybody's hating. So about how, I'm just like, and at first I thought he was a nice person. I'm not saying he's not a nice person. Mm-hmm. He
needs... lost soul.
a lost soul. He needs help. I'm not here to talk about nobody, but the after show, so I gotta be honest. I'm trying to help him out. He needs to focus on himself, reinventing himself. Maybe where you are is not what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you shouldn't be throwing parties to try to be in the limelight and act like you're 20 years old when you're pushing 40. Maybe you need to focus on yourself and just, be happy. Maybe you shouldn't lie about having a partner. Maybe if you are your true authentic self and stop chasing people for looks and chasing more for quality, maybe you will find somebody. But I guess all you have to offer who's the top 10 artists and talk about why people's albums flopped and still dropping low in the rain and at parties is probably why you can't find someone of quality.
I mean, he'll meet people and forgets that he meets them.
Yeah, because remember he forgot that he met Karee, and Karee kept getting upset about it.
He does it every time.
And that's crazy because Karee's not ugly, so I'm just really confused how he forgets he met Karee. But he don't forget to put some bumpers on his flyer every time about the reason why his parties are successful because of this person, because they have an OnlyFans and only one fan probably watches it.
No shades of people with OnlyFans, but this person's not it.
Listen, sex work is sex work. Good for y'all.
Yeah.
This person thinks he is God's gift to people, and even the devil ain't checking for him. So I just don't really understand what it's all about. But yeah, it is what it is.
I heard Purgatory don't want him either.
Yeah, Purgatory called me. Purgatory called me. They said absolutely not. But yeah, listen, to each his own. Well, I hope he can reinvent himself into a better person. But he won't be doing it in my dime or my space or my energy.
Sure about that?
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, I was just asking.
I don't hang out with him.
That's not what I heard.
What you heard?
I heard that y'all were getting drinks and everything last night.
Last night? Mm-hmm. Well, last time I had a drink was February 20th for your birthday. Mm-hmm. I'm lying because we celebrated the weekend before. And your birthday's on a Wednesday this year?
The weekend after.
So it was after? I know it was before, wasn't it?
It was after.
So around that time, February 20th, last time I had a drink. That's it. Before that was New Year's.
Last time I had a drink was a few days ago.
We know. You were lush. We get it.
No, I had 3 bottles.
I mean, you did. You had champagne and everything. You showed up there. Mm-hmm. You were fabricating your life.
No, I don't play.
And you didn't have to post it on social media for validation.
I can't be fake. So what you get with me is what you're going to get. Sometimes I might be nicer than I need to be. But what you're going to get with me is what you're going to get. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because that's not me as a person. And I can't stand people like that. So I'm just like, stay away from me if that's what you do. And don't just fabricate your whole livelihood, because I can sniff it out ultimately. And it
smells like shit.
Yeah, it does. And I don't
we can say pool. I don't know if we can curse on there.
It's the after show. You can do whatever you want to do.
Shit. You stink. I told you before, I was literally someone who was supposed to love me almost broke me all the way down. But like the Phoenix, I rose. And because of it, I can smell out bullshit from a mile away. Hell, a marathon away. You don't have to lie to me about who you are. You can sit there and say, this is who I want to be. I'm here for that. Mm-hmm. But like, you're not connected. You're not that guy. You're not that girl. You're not that person.
People can't even tell that those are your parties. Think that you're a guest.
People ask why you there, and it's your party. How you can't sell out on free tickets? See, I'm gonna stop because Karma gonna come get me. No, I'm good. Nope.
I guess that's time to end this after show.
Yeah, guys, this is our first one, so it's a little choppy, but this is what it is.
Anxious While After Dark.
After dark.
We'll figure out a name.
Yeah, we will.